Hello, 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 everybody. It's me, Brakita Goodwin, CEO and founder of Time of Transformation. And you guys know I created this channel just to give a space for me to be transparent in my own growth, right? Um, Everything that we go through, we understand that it's technically not for us. Yes, the pain is so real. Yes, the hurt is real. But at the end of the day, we know we're going to come out of this. We know this is going to be able to encourage and motivate somebody else. So, a few weeks ago, in prayer, heard God tell me, you need to forgive your father. Now, for those of you who do not know, my biological father, I did not know about until I was 18 years old. And I did not meet him until I was 21 years old. And the last time I've spoken or seen him was when I was 21 years old. And I am 34 years old now. And it's one of those situations where you shove it in a door and you nail it up because I'm cool, I don't need you, I don't, you start going through these whole things that we go through when we're hurt, but we don't want to deal with the hurt. So when I walked away from him, I locked up that door, like locked it up completely and solely. And anybody would ask about him, man, you could tell I was not healed in that area because it was so much hurt and anger that I had towards him. Well, I heard in prayer, you need to forgive him. And immediately I just began to cry because I knew, and I said it to my boyfriend, what if I reach out to him and he doesn't respond? Then he's rejecting me again. And I have dealt with the seed of rejection for a very long time. And I don't want to feel that pain. Nobody likes to feel rejected. Nobody likes to be hurt. Nobody does. So, who is going to willingly go back in this door where it was nothing but rejection? But I know that my freedom is behind this door. And I know that the weight will be lifted if I just go through this door. But this door hurts. This door doesn't feel good. But this door is needed because it's a huge piece that I've just locked away, lock and key, burned the key, threw away the key. But now it's time to go back and get healed so that I can move forward and continue to heal others. So I ended up calling him because I happen to have his phone number because I'm in the midst of doing my ancestry tree and reaching out to one of his family members to get some information because I know nothing but his name. I don't even know my dad's date of birth or Terry's date of birth. I don't even know it. So she ended up giving me the number, which was a sign that it was time for me to reach out. I called, no response. Sent a text, got no response. Reached out to my brother to see if he could let him know I'm trying to reach him. And it's probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks, and I still got no response. So then I'm dealing with, how do you forgive when you never get the apology that you feel like you deserve? And you forgive because it's your peace that's on the line. You forgive because it's your happiness that's on the line. So you do what you got to do to make sure that you stay happy and that you stay at peace and that you are whole and not a broken being, you know? So when you don't do what God has told you to do and you know it, things get real silent. And in my life, things get real out of order. And when I begin to look around my personal space, it got out of order. I wasn't hearing, but at the same time, I wasn't going to God because I understood that the answer I'm going to get back is the same answer that I was told to do 2 weeks ago that I still had not done. So there was no point in me going to you because I know what I need to do. And that's what we sometimes do. When we know what we need to do, but we don't want to do it, we get ghost and we get missing. right? Well, this morning I woke up and I had a conversation with God. Now I say God. I also say universe because God is everything. I also say he or sometimes she because he's all in all, like that's how I identify with God and my higher power. So, however you identify with yours, I was in prayer this morning and I said, I don't know how to do this. And just that simple, the words begin to come out of my mouth. And I begin to have a conversation with the child in me to be able to say, it's not your fault. What happened is not your fault. You have not been rejected, because at the same time, I'm like, why didn't he want me? Why didn't he want to be in my life? What was wrong with me? Is the same time I can look back and see that there was a man present in my life who did want me, who was there for me, who raised me as if I was his own. So sometimes we could be so focused on what we're missing that you miss what's right in front of you and what you had the whole time. So when I begin to understand that I didn't miss out, that I was never rejected, that there's nothing missing in my life, it was easier to kind of let Terry lie. And it was easier to say, I forgive you. I forgive you, because the bitterness and the brokenness stemmed within me. And at the end of the day, it's your loss not to know me. And if people are okay with you not being in their life, then you be okay not being in theirs. We put so much power in the other person's hands that we feel like it causes us not to move anymore. And in this one area, I was not moving, but truth be told, this one area has spilled over into multiple areas of my life. And as I get to the root issue and the root cause, it becomes a lot easier to deal with. So this morning I had the dopest conversation with Terry, my heart and myself. And as the tears rolled down my face, this time they weren't tears of frustration or anger or hurt or pain. They were tears of release. Release. As each tear rolled down my face this morning, I felt such a release because I release you. I release you. And in releasing Terry, I released me. I released the disappointments. I released the expectations. I released the desire for him to play a role he was never designed to play in my life. My mother said to me the other day, God knew how that relationship was going to be. And that is why he sent you what you needed. That blew my mind. God knew. So because he knew, he sent me someone who would make sure I knew what a black man's love was. To make sure I knew and I could see what it is to love and to take care of and to nurture your daughter. So as I begin to release all of the hurt and disappointment, I begin to pray for Terry. And I begin to pray that before he leaves this earth, that he makes it right with his daughters. That he comes to a peace that what happened in the past is in the past, but you don't have to miss out on the future. You don't have to throw away the whole relationship. So before where the door was nailed shut, the door is open. And if you ever see this, Terry, I forgive you. And I understand at the end of the day, you did what you felt was right. But my prayer is my prayer is that you be still and listen to your heart. And whatever your heart and whatever it is, whatever your God source is, that you begin to rebuild tainted relationships. I am trying to build my ancestry. I'm trying to understand where I come from. And I need your help. I need to know the names of my grandparents. I need to know the names of my aunts and my uncles. I need to know these things. So my prayer is that as I have allowed this hurt to go, that we can create a new, so that my children know where they come from. This is bigger than me, and this is bigger than you. I want my children's children's children to know their ancestors. I want them to understand their lineage. I want them to understand the health problems that we have within family. I want them to understand these things. So I feel good, y'all. And I'm excited for this next chapter because I was able to close and heal and let go. And it wasn't something hard and drawn out. It was identifying the hurt that I felt and the root cause of it and letting it go. Let it go. Let it go. In due time, it'll all make sense. In due time, it'll all come back around. But you gotta grow. You gotta go. Deal with the mess because the world needs that message. Someone needs what you have. So transform. Go through the journey of becoming so you can show others how to do the same thing. So again, thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I pray that this helps somebody because I know it healed me and it's helped me. And I'm excited. I'm excited for what the future brings in the relationship with me and Terry. So I love y'all. Have a good day. You choose. You choose how you heal. You choose when you heal. Stop giving the power to everybody else. Take your power back. Take your power back. Y'all have a good day.